Please help me in welcoming Toastmaster Praveen Nayak. Thank you. Thank you, General Evaluator. Okay. It's okay. The blind man aspires to see the world that he cannot see, and the one who can is engaged in smart. Toastmaster Gagan, your speech, smartphone, a boon or a curse, is such a very simple and such a very a topic which everyone would be able to understand and everyone would be able to relate. I certainly saw most of the boons came out from that particular speech, and at the same time I was able to relate to each and every curse that you mentioned. The engagement, the audience engagement that you had is one of the highlight of the speeches. It's very rare for a speaker who has only delivering his second speech to engage with the audience in such a most comfortable manner that you did. So kudos to that. That's something that you should be keeping in every speech that you deliver. The speech also had a personal touch. I'm of the firm believer that when you tell the speech as a story format, it resonates with the person, with everyone, and that is what you did. You informed everyone on how you use your smartphone, what are the ways in which you see the cursors or the boons in every way in which you are using the smartphone. So that is something that I resonated with, and that is something that I highly like about. Your stage movement was something that was wonderful as well. There were a couple of areas in which you moved and while you were delivering the speech, so that's something that you should be keeping up with. Overall, I felt that the speech was great. For a person who is delivering his second speech, there were some great takeaways that you had. But of course, my role would be unfulfilled if I did not say there were a couple of areas in which we could improve on. First one, I think the flow of the speech could have been improved a bit. The start of the speech already had one statistics that you started with, and then again in the middle of the speech there was another statistics. Probably if you could have collaborated that or mixed that and you had kept a separate section for the statistics, that would have been helpful. Second part, although I said that there were a couple of sections where your stage movement was great, but I think that your stage movement and your voice modulation is something that you could improve on. There was a topic or a section where you mentioned how smartphone scam is something that is happening frequently these days. Probably adding a bit more depth, or probably adding voice in that particular way in which you can say, our parents are getting scammed every day. It adds that depth and it grasps everyone's attention as well. So that is something that you can improve on. I think to conclude with, the audience engagement was great. The topic selection was brilliant, easy, and something that could be done. Introducing your personal experience is something that you should be incorporating in each every speech. The areas where you could improve on is the flow of the speech is something that you could focus on, and the stage movement is and voice modulation is something that you could focus on as well. With that, I hand over the stage back to the General Evaluator. Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Praveen, for the wonderful feedback. Patting my own back. Okay. Alright, so now let me introduce the second.